Also today, President Aquino urged Filipinos to be productive and responsible citizens. The president stressed that each one must do his part in building a progressive nation. The chief executive spoke at the traditional Van d'Honneur he hosted in Malacanang for members of the diplomatic corps. Here's Ignacio.
President Aquino called on all Filipinos to recognize the ultimate sacrifice by the country's heroes and martyrs by doing their part in nation building. The president issued a call in a speech during the 115th Independence Day Van d'Honneur in Malacanang. The chief executive reiterated that being responsible was a great contribution to make the society more fair and equitable. This year's celebration centered on the theme Kalayaan 2013, Ambagan tungo sa malawakang kaunlaran.
Today, as one nation, we reaffirm this commitment. Our heroes and martyrs paid the ultimate price for our freedom. As Filipinos, each and everyone is asked to do his part in building an even more progressive nation. Whether one is in the highest ranks of government, or an employee in a local company, or an OFW working on distant shores. As we focus our efforts on lifting our nation to greater heights, let us remember that it is by being productive and responsible citizens, by performing our tasks to the best of our abilities, and by giving to our fellow men their due, that we contribute to making our society truly more just and more equitable.
The president renewed the country's commitment to foster an international environment of positive engagement.
On this day, we also renew our collective pledge to foster an international environment of positive engagement. Your Excellencies, as you work to strengthen cooperation and promote dialogue, you will always find partners in the Filipino people and their government. It is my hope that as my administration strives for more meaningful and lasting reform in our country, you will continue working with us in realizing the full potential of the Filipino people and in finding solutions to the challenges that we collectively face.
In response, people at the Diplomatic Corps, Archbishop Giuseppe Pinto lauded the excellent results made by the Aquino administration and the economic front. Archbishop Pinto also cited the government's efforts to attain lasting peace and development in Mindanao through the framework agreement on the Bangsamoro with the MILF.
Every day marks the beginning of a new stage in life, but one day is not equal to others, and sometimes holds a special significance. The setting is also important, like this splendid hall of the building, which is a symbol of the country. A simple phrase seems to have been engraved on its doors and its portraits: not to forget. We cannot forget, in fact, the most recent events in the institutional life of the country and the excellent results delivered by the executive in the economic sphere in view of an inclusive growth by creating employment opportunities and reducing poverty. Also appreciated is the progress in the efficiency of public administration, improvements in healthcare and education, as well as the efficient allocation of resources. Meanwhile, PTV is amplified by the framework agreement on the Bangsamoro signed by the government of the Republic with the More Islamic Liberation Front on October 15th last.
This year's diplomatic event was relevant for the country's initial preparations for the holding of two international events, the World Economic Forum on East Asia next year and the APEC Leaders Summit by 2015.
I ask you to join me in a toast. First, to the continued partnership between all our nations, may we always endeavor to promote peace, amity, and unity for the advancement of humankind. To my fellow workers in government, may you remain faithful to serving our people and our republic. To our overseas Filipino workers, for their dedication and sacrifice, may their hard work redound and further contribute to a Philippines that they can come home to with pride and confidence. And to the future and continued success of the Filipino people, may the examples of our heroes be our guide as we tread the straight path to equitable progress.
For the People's Television, Ignacio.